evening, ladies and gentlemen.
You said that was fine.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Okay, welcome to the murder at Haversham Manor. Can I kindly request that all your cell phones and electronic devices are switched off? And please note that photography of any kind is strictly prohibited. Also, if anyone finds a Duran Duran CD somewhere in the auditorium, that is a personal item, and I want that back, so please drop it off my text box at the end of the show. Enjoy the performance!
Alright, we prepare for lights up on Act 1. Note to the actors, Winston is still missing. We need to find him before the guard dog scene. Yeah, we need him back in his state as soon as possible. What's Annie doing on stage? Get her off so Chris can do his stupid speech.
Leave it, just leave it.
You need it.
You don't have time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Colony Drama Society's presentation of The Murder at Haversham Manor. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Chris, the director, and would like to personally welcome you to what will be my directorial debut, and my first production here as head of the Drama Society. Firstly, I would like to apologize to those of you involved in a little box office mix-up. I do hope the 617 of you involved will enjoy our little murder mystery just as much as you would have enjoyed Hamilton. We are particularly excited to present this play because, well, for the first time in society's history, we've managed to find a play that fits a number of society members perfectly. If we're honest, a lack of members has somewhat hampered past productions, such as last year's Chekhov play, Two Sisters, or The Lion, and the Wardrobe, or indeed, our summer musical, Cat. Of course, this is the first time the society's been able to stage a play of this scale, and we're thrilled. It's no secret we usually have to contend with a small budget, as was evident in our recent production of Roald Dahl's classic James and the Peach. Of course, during that particular one of the show, the peach we had went off, and we were forced to present a hastily devised alternative entitled James, Where's Your Peach? Anyways, on to the main event of the show, which I'm confident will be our best show yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please put your hands together for Love Yes! Susie H.K. Brideswell's thrilling whodunit, The Murder at Haversham Manor.
Charlie. If you won't come out, we'll come in. He's locked the door. Hand me those keys, Perkins.
Here they are, Mr. Collymore.
Thank you, Perkins. Let's get this door open. We're coming in, Charlie. We're coming in. There we are. We're in. But what's this? Charles, unconscious.
Asleep, surely, Mr. Collymore.
Darn it, Perkins, I hope so.
I'll take his pulse.
Blast. I knew something must have been wrong. It's not like Charles to disappear like this.
Sir, he's dead.
Sergeant Perkins, he can't be. He's my oldest friend.
He's not breathing, sir, and there's no hint of a heartbeat.
Well, I'm dumbfounded. He was right as rain an hour ago.
I don't understand. He can't be dead. He was as fit as a fiddle. It doesn't make sense.
Of course it makes sense. He's been murdered. Where's Florence?
He's in the dining room, sir. Shall I fetch her?
At once, Perkins, and quickly.
But she's bound to have another one of her hysterical episodes.
Charles, dead? What a horror. Do you think it was murder, Perkins? Or do you think perhaps it was suicide?
Suicide? Mr. Havisham? Never was there a man more zest for life than Charles Havisham. He was young, rich, and soon to be married. Why on earth would he commit suicide?
But why on earth would anyone want to murder him? Charles was such a gentle fellow.
Generous, kind, true philanthropist. He never had an enemy in his life.
Until today, it seems.
Shall I telephone the police, sir?
The police! They wouldn't make it out here for days in this snowstorm. I'll telephone Inspector Carter. He lives just the other side of the village. He'll be here next in no time. Hand me the phone, Perkins. Thank you, Perkins. Good evening. Give me Inspector Carter. I know it's late. I don't care about the weather. There's been a murder. Someone murdered Charles Haversham. That's right. That's right.
Sound effect error on Q4.
Thank you. He's on his way.
Inspector Carter?
To say he's the best inspector in the district. He'll crack this case in quick.
Very good, son. What shall I do?
Lock every door. Not a soul gets out of Haversham Manor until the killer is found.
Right away, sir.
And assemble everyone in here.
At once, sir.
Charles Haversham, murdered at his own engagement party. Charles Haversham, murdered at his own engagement party. What a grim, grim night. Florence!
Darling, no, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh my, he looks so fair lying there. His skin's cold to the touch.
Don't touch him, Florence!
I must!
You mustn't!
Controlling brute, unhand me! Oh, who could do such a thing the night of our engagement party? Cecil, quick, your brother's dead!
This way, Mr. Havisham.
I'm coming, Miss Collymore.
Get out!
My brother, dead. Can't be.
Calm down, Cecil. Perkins, pour that man a stiff drink.
Yes, of course. Charles always kept his scotch right there on the side table.
You know my brother had the finest collection of scotch in all of the country.
You think I know that, Cecil? He was my best friend.
Well, he was my brother, Thomas.
Hang it! Charlie's dead!
My fiancé, dead, I can't bear it.
Oh, you must leave my side this evening, Florence.
Oh my gosh! He's drunk the whole bottle. There's not a drop left. There's not a drop left.
Hang it all, there's another on the table.
Yes, of course. You're right. This one's full.
I mean, who on earth would have the motivation to murder Charles Haversham?
I can't imagine.
It's madness. My brother was a good man. Who would kill him? I'm in shock, Thomas.
As am I, Cecil. As am I.
My brother, murdered in his own home. This is unthinkable.
This is all more than my nerves can take. I simply can't stand this. Thomas, I think I'm becoming hysterical!
No, Florence! No, calm yourself. Here, take one of your pills.
Oh, This is unbearable.
Oh, no!
Homicide, I feel I shall pass out.
Perkins, pour this man a stiff drink. Thank you, Perkins. There, Florence. Well done. Deep breaths.
This is terrible. Just a week after our engagement.
Well, here's to a good brother. That's the best whiskey I've ever tasted.
Have another to calm your nerves.
Oh, yes, make it a double.
Oh, Charles, my head is spinning.
Calm down, Florence.
Another scotch, sir.
Yes.
I can't believe he sat up here alone drinking when he was supposed to be downstairs with us.
My brother wasn't as happy as people were led to believe. Behind that cheery mask lay a darker side to the man that not many knew about.
It's true. His smile was nearly forgot. I was fortunate enough to be one of the few people Kim confided in. I've lost a true friend today.
We all have, Perkins. Hang it, I knew Charles ever since grade school.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this.
You move back home with me. I'm your brother, I'll have it no other way.
Perkins is right. My brother was hiding a deep sense of melancholy and resentment. I have no doubt in my mind it was suicide.
Suicide? Mr. Havisham, how can you say that? Of course not. It was murder. Murder in the first degree.
Nonsense! 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 My brother was paranoid and jealous, and I can prove it. Perkins, hand me his journal there on the mantelpiece. Why? Shall I look at this last entry? I fear Florence does not love me. The night of our engagement party, despair engulfs my soul.
But I love Charles with all my heart.
As I said, driven mad with paranoia and jealousy.
Oh, shoot.
The inspector!
Thank heavens he's here.
What a terrible snowstorm. Good evening. I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case.
Of course, Inspector.
This must be Charles Hatcher. I'm sorry. This must have given you all a shock.
It did. We're all still reeling.
Naturally. Tell me, any of you the deceased immediate family?
I'm Cecil Havisham. I'm his brother.
I'm Florence Collymore. I'm his fiancée. Tonight was our engagement party.
I take it everyone is assembled here.
The only other member of staff is Arthur the gardener, but I saw him and Winston leaving for the weekend hours ago.
Winston?
His guard dog.
Very well. Have you poured everyone a stiff drink?
Of course, Inspector.
Here's to a man we all loved. To Charles.
Charles!
Delicious.
Excellent.
Lovely. That's a fun bottle. What's the vintage, Perkins?
Flammable and corrosive, sir.
Listen, you must all be distraught, but forgive me, the sooner I begin... The sooner I begin my inquiries, the sooner we can get to the bottom of this ghastly business. Miss Collymore, Mr. Havisham, if you please wait in the study as I examine the body.
It's such a tragedy for a man who died 3 months before he's married.
I can't stand it. Just look at him lying there.
This is most morose.
Morose, indeed.
His stillness unnerves
me.
Seeing a cadaver for the first time can be unsettling. Check his pockets, Thomas. Now, I need you to pull yourselves together and help me dust off the body for fingerprints.
A letter!
Now, to dust off the body for fingerprints.
What was that?
Sir?
I could have sworn I just saw him breathing.
Breathing, sir.
Oh, nonsense, Collymore. The man is dead. Thank you. Now that I've finished examining the body, perhaps you could take it down to the service quarters for the coroner to collect in the morning. Miss Collymore, Miss Havisham, if you please return.
Any ideas as to the cause of death, Inspector?
Could be a number of things. Strangulation, suffocation, poison. Before the coroner fully examines the body, I wouldn't like to say.
Poison, Inspector. Surely not.
Try not to think about it, Miss Collymore. As soon as I've finished, I'll speak to each of you individually. And then you can get some space to calm your nerves.
Thank you, Inspector. This is all more than I can bear.
I shall return presently, as soon as we've called the coroner. Parkins, lock all the doors and be careful carrying the body.
Well, thank you. Well, thank goodness they've all gone.
Cecil, we must tread carefully. It would be easy for the two of us to become implicated in Charles' death. If they found out about us, we would be suspects.
Lawrence, we were having an affair, so what? Doesn't mean we killed the man.
Oh, of course not, but that is what the inspector will think.
Don't worry. We'll just carry on as if everything... What? As if everything... As if everything was. Except now you won't be forced to marry my beastly brother.
And soon we can be together and not keep secrets.
Soon, my love. But first, with Charles finally out of the picture, I must ask you one question. Florence Collymore, will you do me the honors of becoming my wife? Marry me! Charles is dead. He can never come between us again. Charles is gone. He's never coming back.
Oh, Cecil, I can't resist you. I shall marry you.
Oh, Florence, come into my arms.
I shall.
Kiss me.
Oh, Cecil.
The inspector requires a pencil. What on earth is going on?
I felt flustered. Cecil was cooling my brow.
Very well. Well, now I have... Well, now I have the pencil. I'll be on my way.
He's gone.
Kiss me, Cecil, 1,000 times. I'm yours.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Havisham, Miss Collymore, I've come to collect the keys to lock us all inside.
Thank you, Puckins.
I shall lock the doors at once.
You don't think Perkins suspects us, do you?
That old fool? Of course not.
Oh, enough words. Take me.
I forgot the inspector's notebook. What in God's name?
I was about to faint and Cecil caught me.
I'm in time for this. Well, now I have... Well, now I have the inspector's notebook. I'll be on my way.
Curse these blasted interruptions.
Kiss me, Cecil. I can't wait a second longer. Kiss me, Cecil. I can't wait a second longer. Kiss me, Cecil. I can't wait a second longer.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Havisham, Miss Collymore, I've come to repair the room.
Thank you, Puckins. Just set them there on the mantelpiece. That's some good work, Puckins. Last, we're alone.
Cecil, let's run away from here, far away together.
Soon, my love. You must be careful. You mustn't arouse suspicion.
Cecil, tell me, who do you think it was that killed Charles?
I've no doubt in my mind it was your brother, Thomas Collymore.
My brother, a murderer, and Charles dead. What a devil of a situation this is.
Not so fast, Inspector.
But why would Thomas want Charles dead?
Isn't it obvious? He was always bitter and possessive when it came to you. He couldn't stand the idea. Whoa! He couldn't stand the idea of seeing you two together. He saw you together, tried to get your party, and it drove him half mad. And he snapped and he killed Charles.
But if it was Thomas, what if our affair's discovered?
I've no doubt in my mind he would try to kill us, just as he killed Charles.
Oh, I feel faint again.
Don't worry, Florence. Just follow my lead.
Sorry to have kept.
You?
Take it.
But now that I've finished examining the body, our interviews can proceed. Parkins, bring in Charles's personal effects.
Where would you like them, Inspector?
Set them down on the mantel. Peace.
As you wish, Inspector.
Don't go, Parkins! I have some questions I'd like to ask you first. Mr. Collymore, Mr. Havisham, if you'd please give us a moment of privacy.
Naturally.
Well, don't just stand there, Perkins. Take a seat. Go on. How are you feeling, Perkins?
A little shaken, sir, but I'll be fine.
You and Charles Havisham. You are close.
Yes, sir, very close.
You don't appear very upset.
On the contrary, I barely take it in. He was such a kindly, charming man.
It's true.
You met him?
Once at the local police station. He was a consultant on a fraud case I was working on.
I see.
How long have you worked at Havisham Manor?
80 years.
80 years!
8 years.
Eight years. And have you enjoyed your time here?
My time with Mr. Havisham has been nothing but a joy. I feel that since I've come here, I've been seen as not only a maid, but also as a friend and a confidant. If you need me, I'll be in my quarters. Exits.
Exit! Thank you, Parkins. If you'd be so kind as to send in Florence Collymore on your way out.
No need. I'm already here. Don't ask too much from me, Inspector. I feel fragile as the
Collymore. You've managed to find me a pencil.
Yes, Inspector.
And my notebook. I knew I'd left them somewhere. I'm going to have to speak to your sister alone.
Very well. I'll be in the library, Florence.
Don't fret, Miss Collymore. My questions will be... My questions will be brief and to the point, and then you can get some rest. Firstly, Miss Collymore, how old are you?
21.
I'll make note of that. And when were you engaged to be married?
In the new year.
And when did you and your fiancé meet?
Only 7 months ago, but my brother knew him since school. He introduced us at a local gala, and it was love at first sight. I knew from that moment on he was the man I wished to marry.
Oh, I have run out of paper.
When you love someone, there's no such thing as rushing, Inspector.
Did you ever think you were rushing into this marriage?
Why wouldn't I love him?
Did you love him then?
How could anyone have benefited?
Can you think of anyone who might have benefited from your fiancé's death?
Cecil?
Not even Cecil!
I wasn't having an affair! Don't raise your voice at me, Inspector!
You were having an affair!
Don't tell me to calm down!
Calm down, Miss Collymore.
But where'd you find it?
I found your letter, the one addressed to Cecil, written in your hand, declaring your love for him and saying that the very thought of marrying Charles repulsed you.
Charles read it!
But where did you find it? I'll tell you where I found it. In Charles's pocket.
Charles read it! Then it was suicide! Then it was suicide! Bro. Then it was suicide!
Indeed. Or a murder conceived by yourself and Cecil Havisham, so you could run away together.
You diabolical beast! How can you? I won't stand for this, Inspector! Accuse me again and you'll be...
What's all this shouting?
What is it, Inspector?
I'm nearly interviewing Miss Collymore. Nothing more.
What's the matter, Florence? Calm down. Stop shouting.
She's having another one of her hysterical episodes. Snap out of it. You're hysterical.
Florence, where are you going?
Get back here this instant. She's run off. I'll fetch her back. You stay here, Cecil. I dare say the inspector has some questions for you. You are Charles's brother, after all.
Sorry about her, Inspector. She's a bit flustered. Yeah, now it's been quite the evening and it's getting late.
Indeed. 11 o'clock already.
Well, Inspector, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, similar to those I asked Miss Collymore.
Well, fire away. I'm at your service.
Indeed. You and your brother, you were close?
Up and down. There was rather more strain in our relationship when our father died. There's no secret that our father cared for Charles more than myself.
I see. This is your father, what?
It is.
He was a spitting image of Charles, wasn't he?
He was. Ever since he was quite young, yes.
He was a junior by 4 years.
Almost 4, and didn't I know it. Charles patronized and embarrassed me throughout our entire childhood. He always thought he knew best, and father always took his side. If he ever didn't get his way, he was unbearable.
He seems far from the ideal brother. In fact, it sounds like you hated one another.
Well, lie, Inspector. Charles and I never truly saw eye to eye. But if you suggest that has something to do with this murder, then you're mistaken.
I see. It's a dark night, Cecil.
Chris. Inspector!
You can barely make out the trees.
By what do you mean, Inspector?
I'm saying, Cecil, that tonight would be the perfect night for you to murder your brother.
Inspector, please! Charles and I, we had our differences, but deep down we care about one another.
And yet you had an affair with this girl instead.
But what gave you that idea?
A letter I found from Miss Collymore to yourself.
You know about that?
I did. As it seems, it takes sorrow.
The brother, Inspector. We found out about Florence, however, that proves nothing. We had nothing to do with Charles, but Thomas Collymore did. Oh, Inspector, he's a dangerous henchman with a devil of a temper. Now, I've said it before, and I will say it again. He couldn't stand the idea of seeing them together. He saw them together at tonight's kitchen party and drove him half mad. And he snapped and he lashed out at Charles. And a common pastor, perhaps. There it was.
Thank you, Cecil. You've been most helpful. You would send in Thomas Collymore on your way out.
Very well, Inspector. Anything to help the progression of your investigation?
Hang it all, Charles. Who could have killed you? Anyone under this roof seems guilty. Well, that's queer. Something underneath these cushions. A ledger! What? What? This isn't a game show. What? A ledger! A ledger! With Charles's initials inscribed on the cover. Let's see. Notes, bills. What's this? A newly written last will and testament, dated only 2 days. Let me see. I, Charles Havisham, hereby amend my last will and testament to leave my money, possessions, and Havisham Manor to the one, my word.
Inspector, Thomas Collymore for you.
Thank you, Cecil, but before I question Mr. Collymore, I have some papers I'd like to review in Charles's study. I shall return presently.
Very well, do take your time.
Indeed.
Oh,
Oh.
any luck finding Florence tonight?
She ran off into the grounds.
Ah, yes, and what were your feelings about Florence and Charles's engagement?
I was overjoyed, of course. I love Florence and I love Charles. I couldn't approve more of the match.
Oh! Come now, Collymore, just not so much unprotected of his sister. I'll get it. Hello? Oh, yes. It's for you, Collymore.
Who in the devil is it?
Your accountant.
At 11:30 in the evening.
Yes.
Hand me the phone, Cecil. Collymore speaking. My recent deposits. What of them? What are you talking about? Gone! Gone where? 9,000 pounds were stolen! Perkins, get in here!
Yes. Sir,
Read me my bank book, Perkins.
your bank book. Sir, your pencil. Sir.
Thank you, Perkins. What is your name? Fitz. I can't hear you. Fitzroy. Now, Fitzroy, you've given 9,000 pounds of my money to someone else. Now, I did not authorize the transaction, but you find out who did it and give me a call back.
Well, what was it?
9,000 pounds was stolen from my savings.
My goodness. Thomas, I fear I have a confession to make. Florence and I, we're having an affair.
What? It stayed on. You and my sister.
Calm down, Collymore.
You were always a snake in the grass, Cecil.
It's not what you think. What I love.
My sister does not love you. How dare you lay a finger on her? Your brother's fiance. It's disgusting. No wonder your father hated you.
Don't speak a word about my father, Collymore.
The time has come for you to speak to me for your indiscretion. Draw your sword.
Ooh.
Oh. On guard! Yeah. Nice try, Cecil, but no match for my skill. You know, sometimes I forget you're Charlie's brother. You're so pathetic.
I always was too. Quick for you, Collymore, but still not bad.
It's cool.
I jumped over it.
Do a trick. Do a trick.
Ow! It broke. Ching, ching, ching.
Rattle, clang,
Slice.
Ah, 'tis nothing.
Tis have you, Collymore. Ching, ching, ching. Ha ha. Yes. Swipe. You have a good parry, Collymore.
But Barry, I'll show you the play.
Ching, ching. Slice. Disarmed. Slice. Oh, blood. Oh, blood. Oh.
don't need this to kill a man. Blood. I don't need this to kill a man like you, Cecil. I guess there's no mystery as to who killed your brother. He was killed by his little brother in a fit of jealous rage. You'll be sorry you ever laid a finger on my sister. You'll be sorry. Oh!
Gunshots!
Inspector! Inspector! Where's Inspector Carter? Ah! There you are, Inspector! I don't know how you managed to look so calm and collected in a situation such as this.
It comes from years of experience.
Indeed.
It's important that we remain calm and don't let each other out of our sight. Where's your sister, Collymore?
She's coming now. Florence, get in here. Florence, you don't look yourself this evening.
Thomas, I'm frightened.
Oh, don't worry, Florence. You're safe here with me.
What's happening, sir?
Isn't it obvious? Cecil has lost control.
Oh no, not Kissel.
He killed Charles tonight, driven mad by his lust for you, and now he knows we found him out.
I cannot bear it. Kissel would not do such a thing.
This is a fine mess. The worst night I've seen in 8 years of service.
Save me, brother. Oh, save me, brother.
Oh, don't worry, Florence. I won't let anyone hurt a hair on your head.
I shall faint.
Oh, you shan't faint. Confound it. What a devil of a situation this is. Now, we're all going to survive.
Fast and for goodness sake.
Now, we're all going to survive tonight, you hear me?
Take cover!
Great Scott!
Good heavens!
Quickly, Cecil is crossing the landing. We must lock him out.
Perkins, where are the keys to the doors?
Here they are. Here they are, sir.
Hand them to me quickly, Perkins, before Cecil bursts in. Oh, blood! Blood!
No!
Oh, blood!
My word!
Cecil's dead.
A double murder.
Found the Duran Duran.
Time of death, 1:45. 5 o'clock.
Cecil? No, no, no. I loved him. I loved him. I know it was wrong. I know I was engaged to Charles, but... Cecil was mine, and I was his.
Try to relax, Miss Collymore.
How will I go on, Sobs?
You, take this body outside.
I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
I've seen a lot in my 20 years of being an inspector.
Beep, beep, beep.
But 2 murders in one evening is certainly unusual.
Oh, Inspector! My fiancé and my lover killed on the same eve.
Oh, God! Remember your breathing, Miss Collymore. Now is not the time for another one of your episodes.
I'm having an episode. I cannot help it.
Have an episode!
Ah!
Miss Collymore.
Florence! Control yourself, girl!
She's having one of her hysterical episodes.
They're dead. They're gone and they're never coming back.
I would not tolerate another tantrum, Florence.
Get away from me, Thomas. You don't understand my grief.
Here, take one of your pills.
No, not more pills. Oh, they're mints.
Well, who on earth? Oh! Got it. Oh! You hit my stomach! No, don't help me! Sorry. Well, who on earth could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we're going to need to answer quickly if we're going to make it out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now tell me, is there anyone that you know of on the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of staff is Perkins. God, I needed that.
Does anyone have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with a master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted all the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we're going to need to answer quickly if we're going to make it out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now tell me, is there anyone that you know of on the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of staff is Perkins. God, I needed that.
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with a master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted all the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we're going to need to answer quickly if we're going to make it out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now tell me, is there anyone that you know of on the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of staff is Perkins. Not again.
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with a master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted all the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we're going to need to answer quickly if we're going to make it out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now tell me, is there anyone that you know of on the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of staff is Perkins. God, I needed that!
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted all the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question.
And one we're going to need to answer quickly if we're going to make it out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, Inspector.
Now tell me, is there anyone else that you know of on the grounds other than the four of us?
Not a soul.
The gardener left at 6. The only other member of staff is Perkins. God, I needed that!
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted all the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
No one!
Yes!
No one could have killed him except for the people who are in this room.
You're right. It's one of us.
This is a disaster. Blackout. Intermission.
You're not supposed to say it's in parentheses for a reason.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the break. We will be resuming this evening's performance momentarily, I'm short. I must say, I'm delighted to see that so many of you returned for the second act. Obviously, I'd be lying if I said that the first act went entirely as rehearsed. There were one or two minor snacks, which you may or may not have picked up on, but these are snags which you would expect to see in any production. And this certainly hasn't been the worst first act the Colony Drama Society has seen by some stretch. Just last year, due to a casting error, the Colony Drama Society was forced to present Snow White and the 7 tall, broad gentlemen. Anyway,
Quite badly, to be honest. Yeah, she's still unconscious and we still can't find the dog.
Before we resume this evening's production, one word from the Health and Safety Administration. Could I please ask anyone who consumed any of the salted nuts available during intermission to please seek medical help immediately. And now I present to you the concluding act of the murder at Haversham Manor.
No one could.
Chris,
No one could have killed him except for the people who are in this room.
You're right! It's one of us!
This is a disaster.
and it's not over yet. 2 murders in one night at Haversham Manor. What a grisly evening.
Frightful, brother, frightful.
And look, the snowstorm outside is building.
Oh. And if we're not careful, we'll be thrown into the slaughterhouse. We must discover the guilty person.
Indeed. The gunshots were heard coming from the library. I shall investigate the room. The rest of you remain here.
This whole business is a disgrace. Now let us remind ourselves of what we know.
We know that Mr. Havisham was found murdered here in his own private rooms on the night of his engagement party.
We know that his fiancée was involved with an affair. His own brother, Cecil. How could my sister behave in such a way?
Not now, Thomas. We know that he too was murdered on the same eve in cold blood.
The only thing we don't know is who the murderer is.
Oh, the titular's house is...
Oh my
Thomas, the titular's house... Miss Tibbs.
Florence, how do you feel now?
I'm good.
That's dreadful.
Oh, dreadful. Yes, I want to die.
That's the spirit, Florence.
But now, Miss Collymore, we have an important question to ask you. Where were you when the murder was committed?
On the floor with the mustache?
That makes perfect sense. So was I.
Oh, kiss me 1,000 times, I'm yours.
Sure, Florence. Because that's what brothers are for.
This is a disaster and it's already midnight. That was most ominous.
Ominous, indeed.
Collymore, I must speak with you privately.
At once, Inspector.
I must speak with you, Thomas.
Of course, Carter.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Most comfortably, Inspector.
Before we speak, I must check that no one else is in earshot.
No one else is in here, Inspector.
Very well. Collymore, I found the weapon that was used to kill Cecil Havisham.
Good Lord, where was
library.
it?
In the library, lying on the table. Muzzle warm and barrel still smoking.
Somebody killed Cecil with this.
Yes, less than half an hour ago.
But who?
I was hoping you'd be able to tell me that, Collymore. After all, we are friends, aren't we?
I've no idea who killed Cecil. I was down in the kitchens when I heard the gunshots, fetching my sister some refreshments. So when I went...
Whoa, it's falling! Ow! Ow, my leg! Ow! Oh, my other leg! Oh, no! Oh, my arm! Oh, my other arm!
Line?
I don't know what page we're on.
I don't know what page we're on.
Besides, why would I want to?
Besides, why would I want to kill my oldest friend's younger brother?
Perhaps you found out about his affair with Florence. We all know you're a jealous man, Collymore, ruthlessly protective of your sister.
Protective. I approve.
Oh! Don't play the fool with me, Thomas. You shot Cecil Havisham in cold blood. And you know that wasn't the plan. I must show you something, Thomas. No doubt you'll find it interesting.
Well, what is it? Well, what is it?
A newly written last will and testament, dated only today. It appears he's changed the beneficiary.
Who on earth can we have changed? Well, who on earth could he have changed the beneficiary? Ow! Good Lord!
That's right.
He's leaving it open. Ow! Stay. He's leaving it all to Perkins.
The time has come to confront Perkins and tell her that we know what she's done. Let's go find her.
Yes, Inspector.
Who the devil could that be?
I don't know.
You're probably right. We must hide you out of harm's way. Charles had a secret passageway built behind the bookcase. Stand back. I'll open it. Step inside. Miss Collymore? You're safe. Doing here?
I was guarding the grounds late this evening with Winston. When we got caught in the storm, we couldn't make it to the gates.
Good heavens, Arthur, come inside. You won't believe what a nightmare this evening has been.
Why, what do you mean? Whoa, Winston! Down from the chase lounge!
Mr. Havisham was murdered tonight.
Mr. Havisham? Surely you don't mean Charles Havisham?
And not only that, his brother Cecil was also killed tonight.
Ah, yes. Well, that explains the strange goings-ons I've seen on the grounds this evening.
Strange goings-on?
A mysterious figure stood by the window to this room. I noticed the latch was forced open, and Winston found this on the ground beneath it. A lace handkerchief with a deep red mark and a distinctive scent.
Kionid.
Precisely. Cyanide. You can tell by the shape of the mark, it was held to a bottle. Not only that, it's embroidered with the initials FC.
Florence Collymore.
Indeed.
Arthur, you're suggesting that Florence Collymore broke into Charles's private rooms this afternoon.
Florence Collymore has murdered her own fiancé.
Miss Collymore, get in here now. You killed Charles and we have the evidence to prove it.
How dare you, Perkins?
Perkins!
Thank heavens, Inspector! These two have been accusing me of the most dreadful things.
Hold your tongue, we know what you've done. Whoa, Winston! Whoa, down, boy!
Winston, the inspector's here to help us.
I'm sorry about him, Inspector. I'll put him outside.
Arthur, I presume.
I'm the longest serving member of staff here at Haversham Manor.
He's been working for Miss Havisham for 90 years.
9.
Oh, 99 years.
99 years? What a dedicated man! But Arthur, I was informed you left Havisham Manor at 6 o'clock today.
What was that, young man? Sorry?
Get up!
I can't hear you.
Get up! It appears you are hiding in the grounds the same night 2 men were murdered here.
Arthur got trapped in the storm and couldn't make it to the gates.
How implausible. I don't suppose you realize what you walked into this evening then, Arthur.
On the contrary, Inspector, I may have discovered a clue that will close this case.
A handkerchief.
Monogrammed.
Monogrammed.
And stained with kyanide.
Cyanide.
Drop beneath the false window that is used to gain access to this room to poison Charles Havisham.
Good God, how dreadful. I must inspect this handkerchief in more detail. Thomas, fetch me my magnifying glass from Charles's desk.
Without delay, Inspector. Magnifying glass. Your magnifying glass, Inspector!
Thank you. Thank you, Thomas.
Inspector, there's something you do not know about that handkerchief. Ring, 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 ring.
I'll get it. Hello? Oh, yes. Stop. Stop it. Oh. Brown shoes. Brown pants. Brown. It's for you, Collymore.
Who is it, Arthur?
Who is it? Fitzroy, sir.
Oh, hand me the phone, Arthur. Good evening. Yes, this is a much more convenient time, yes. Another transaction trace. A one-way ticket to Dover. No, I have no idea. Hello? It's Roy. It's Roy. It's Roy, you there? Fitzroy. There you are, Fitzroy. Now, you cost me more pain than you could ever imagine. I must hang up the phone immediately. Thank you, Perkins. I must check my bank records once more. If you'll excuse me. If you'll excuse me.
Inspector, there's something you've not detected about that handkerchief.
What is it, Parkins?
It bears on the initials FC.
Florence Collymore is the murderer!
Inspector? Murderer? Me? How can you?
You're the murderer, Miss Collymore. It's plain for us all to see. You were engaged to be married to Charles, a man who, according to you... A man by who, according to your letter, you despise. Not only this, but you are having an affair with his brother. It seems possible to me that you both murdered him, so you could be together.
If you'll excuse me.
Florence Collymore is the murderer!
Inspector? Murderer? Me? How can you?
Check my bank records once more.
You're lying, Florence. You killed him.
She's having another one of her hysterical episodes.
You killed your fiancée, Florence. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh my!
We all know that's not true.
It is true, Inspector.
You've been exposed.
Very well, Miss Collymore. Your name can easily be cleared. I must check the body once more for evidence of cyanide poison. Collymore, Parkins, if you'd be so kind as to show me to the service quarters that I can check the deceased once more.
Inspector?
Arthur, you remain here with Miss Collymore and ensure she does not leave this room.
Oh, Arthur, you've known me for years. Surely you believe I would never do something like this.
On the contrary, Miss Collymore, it was I who discovered you were the guilty party.
Oh, Arthur, how could you? Please, you must help protect me from these fiends. I will do anything to win your trust.
Miss Collymore, please, you know I cannot resist your feminine charm.
I've seen the way you've looked at me from across the garden. Even now, the way you're looking at me. Even now, the way you're looking at me. Even now, the way you're looking at me, I know how you feel.
Miss Collymore, please, I'm a simple gardener.
And you've said before how... And you've said before how radiant I look as I walk across the garden. Oh, Arthur, protect me or be yours if you do.
Miss Collymore, I do not feel as you suggest. You are the murderer and a seducer, so I shall not be seduced.
But how can you resist me? I'm a beautiful woman.
Miss Collymore, you are using your feminine charms over men as you always have.
You can't pretend your feelings aren't real.
Perhaps it is true, I may have admired you.
Then kiss me.
Oh.
Then kiss me, Arthur. You know you want to.
explain.
I don't think you can.
Miss Collymore in Arthur's arms?
A second affair?
Florence! You've changed!
Your wild accusations have driven me to this. I feel dizzy. I feel like I'm about to pass out.
I suggest you settle down, Miss Collymore.
Quickly, where's the medication?
Bless, I must have left it in the study. The door.
Miss Collymore, you are a vile criminal.
And to think we took you in.
You have manipulated me, and I have left my master down tonight.
All the while plotting your fiancé's demise.
Oh, Inspector, all these accusations. I feel an episode going on.
Have an episode! Settle down, Miss Collymore. An adulteress and a cold-blooded killer.
I'm not Inspector!
Yes, you are?
Oh, Inspector, I can't take this much longer. I shall faint.
She fainted.
It's all become too much for her.
Quickly, lie her down on the chase. That's better.
I found Florence's medication. What happened?
Florence has fainted.
There, Miss Collymore.
Good Lord, I'll wake her up. She's out cold.
But Arthur, is this the same person you saw outside the window this evening?
I cannot tell. Thomas, if you could please remove her hands from her face. It was not her.
Of course! You were taken in by the handkerchief planted outside the window this evening to frame Florence. She and Cecil both have plausible motives for murder, but the true motive belongs to Perkins!
Oh, no. Come on. Sit.
Belongs to Perkins!
Me, Inspector?
You, Perkins! It appears Charles made you the sole beneficiary of his inheritance.
This is all a mistake.
Save your...
No.
Save your pleading for the police station. Thomas, handcuff her to the Chase Lounge, lest she escape before I drive her there.
That may not be for hours. The storm is at its peak.
What happened?
Florence. We discovered that Perkins committed the murder.
Perkins? Perkins? But she's such a kindly old woman!
This is all a misunderstanding. I didn't kill Charles, but I know who did.
Who?
Inspector Carter.
What on earth?
Poppycock!
You did it because Charles knew about the police money you were embezzling.
What of it?
You say you met before that he was a consultant on a fraud case you were working on.
What of it?
Charles found the reasons why no arrest had been made was because the person committing the crime was yourself. You were the facade, the perpetrator. You were the perpetrator.
You can't prove it.
But Charles could, and that's why you killed him.
Never!
I know your secret, Inspector. What are you gonna do? Kill me too?
I will! Confound it!
What a devil of a situation this is!
Not so fast, Inspector.
Charles! Homicide.
So,
Charlie, I thought you were dead.
You're alive? It's not possible!
Oh, I'm afraid it is. You couldn't kill me that easily.
How did you survive?
I simply didn't drink the poison sherry you left out for me to see.
Charlie, so long, man.
Ever since you last spoke at the police station, you clearly thought I was on. This plan was afraid you might try to kill me. And my daughter was
Oh, you're dying. Oh.
You've been hiding in the ground ever since the poison was planted?
it was you that I sold. You were the mysterious figure.
I thought it was Frank! I thought it was strange you got here so quickly in such terrible weather.
But what about that handkerchief bearing Florence Collymore's initials?
Perhaps you should ask Inspector Carter. Or should I say, Inspector Frederick Carter?
FC!
The same initials.
Precisely. After committing the crime, you found Charles's will in his ledger and tried to pin the whole thing on me.
You crafty devil!
Crafty indeed. Perkins is as innocent as I am. Remove those handcuffs this instant.
Of course, Charles, I have the key.
I have the keys. He's fine.
Drop the gun, Inspector.
Never! I came here to kill you, Charles, and I won't leave until the job is done.
It's over, Inspector. I can prove you have guilt in a second. I have the evidence in my study. Fetch the papers, Perkins.
Yes, sir.
Lower your weapon, Inspector. It's over.
What are you going to do? Shoot me if I'm a room full of witnesses?
Don't think I wouldn't. You tried to kill me. I'm merely returning the favor.
Please, Inspector! You're frightening me!
Please, Inspector, you're frightening me.
You want to be frightened?
Arthur, find everyone in this room. I'll send a wire to the local police.
Yes, sir.
You monster!
Oh!
And you killed Cecil. How could you?
All right, I admit it. I tried to kill Charles, but I could have done it without the help from my accomplice.
Your accomplice?
That's right, Thomas Collymore.
That's right. That's right. I'm the inspector's accomplice. I helped him move the money. But don't you think for a second I'm going down for this. Charlie's locked the door. We're trapped.
Quickly, Collymore. We can escape through the window.
Winston! Winston, get him, boy!
Down, Winston, down! Quickly, Collymore. We can escape to the study.
Your papers, sir.
Thank you, Perkins. Now fetch my reading glasses from the library.
Yes, sir.
Brother, I'm surprised at...
Brother, I'm surprised at you. I don't know what you've become.
I feel so ashamed. Carter and I found out that between the two of us, we could steal the money from the police treasury account easily. Carter had access and I had the facility to move the money fast and keep it secure. So I thought it earlier this evening. So when I went line,
That's a death trap.
this sets a death trap.
For Cecil!
As for Cecil, it was kind of passion. Simple as that.
Now I hold in my hand a written list of every fraudulent transaction Inspector Carter and Thomas Collymore made.
No, this can't be true. I can't believe it.
She's crazy.
Florence, your sordid affair made me sick. It broke my heart.
Charlie, look at me the way you used
Let
to
go of
look
it.
at me.
Let go of it. Let go.
Oh!
Oh!
You're just a techie. You're a techie, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Thank you,
No,
Perkins.
really?
Get the door, Perkins. That'll be the police to arrest you both. Silence, Florence. Remember to me now.
This is the worst night of my life. No. This is the worst night of my life.
I think it's the worst night in all of our lives.
Well, Thomas, Carter had you fooled, didn't he?
What do you mean?
He never intended to share the money with you. Let me summarize.
I love you, Charlie.
Inspector Carter knew I discovered you and he were both embezzling police money to actually plan to kill me, planting the cyanide in my shell.
I've still got the ring, Charlie. We can make it work.
After mistakenly believing I was dead, Inspector Carter tried to pin my murder on my brother Cecil and Florence because their affair. That is, until Thomas blundered in and shot my brother Cecil. Inspector Carter then tried to pin my murder on Perkins because of the will he found in my ledger.
Take me, Charlie, if you know what's good for you.
Except what you didn't know, Thomas, is that Inspector Carter made a £9,000 withdrawal from a private account this morning. After framing someone for my murder, he intended to flee with a one-way ticket to Dover, taking every penny with him. I think it's time to look inside your attaché case, Inspector, where we shall find the bottle of cyanide. Thomas Collymore's £9,000.
And your one-way ticket to Duran Duran?
All right, it's it's true. I had forged us and entered the bank and took out every penny. I had intended to flee after I'd managed to frame someone for the murder. I had bargained on your cotton catching on so quick, or telephoning you so soon.
You rogue! I trusted you! You made a mistake, but I'm afraid it's your last.
No. Bang!
Oh!
Thank you, Perkins. If you'd please escort Miss Collymore downstairs, I'd like to have a word with Thomas. In private. You're dead. Downstairs, Florence, downstairs. Thomas, you're not the man I knew from school. You've become greedy and jealous.
Sorry, Charles. My nerves are in shreds.
There's a glass of sherry by the telephone.
Thank you, Charles. Ever the kind host.
Drink it up.
Most kind.
And tell me, Thomas, one last thing.
Anything, Charles. I'll tell no more lies.
The glass of poisoned sherry. What do you suppose I did with it?
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? You don't mean you... Charlie, no! Charlie, no! Charlie, no! Charlie! Charlie, no! Charlie, no! Charlie, why me? Charlie! 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 Charlie, why me? Charlie, why me? Charlie! Line? Just die! How dare you!
Oh, I wish this could have ended differently. Thomas still lies in the seats of what you exalt we to this end. If men allow their conscience to be governed by avarice, then death and destruction shall prevail. Betrayed by my brother.
Oh, come on.
Cuckolded by my fiance, and almost killed by my oldest friend. Let's hope we never again see.
Oh!
A murder at Haversham Manor.
Closer behind.